Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we plunge into a stack of sources and really try to unearth those potent nuggets of insight, custom tailored just for you.
Hmm.
Today, we're navigating something pretty universal, I think. It's that compelling journey from what might feel like rock bottom, to significant achievement.
That whole from zero to success or zero to hero
Ah,
idea.
exactly. And we've got some really rich material to guide us today.
Yeah, three quite different sources.
Right. We're drawing from a personal development blog, From Zero to Success, the journey of self-achievement on positivity stories.
Okay.
Then there's more concise piece, Zero to Hero, the 7 essential tips for success from Hub Trial Academy.
Got it. Actionable tips.
And finally, this really fascinating, very candid personal story from an online forum, Reddit actually. It's titled Story from Zero to Hero.
Ah, the R get motivated one.
Yeah,
Yeah, those personal accounts can be incredibly powerful.
you really can.
So our mission today, it's not just about summarizing these, right? We want to distill the universal principles, the practical steps you can actually use.
Right, like finding a kind of flexible blueprint.
Exactly. A blueprint that can help you navigate your own path to self-achievement, no matter, where you're starting from.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What if that feeling of being at zero, maybe losing a job, a business stalling out, personal struggles,
Yeah, those tough spots.
what if that's not the end? What if it's actually maybe the launch pad for your biggest successes?
That's a powerful reframe. Let's unpack that.
Okay, let's start right there at that challenging starting line, that zero condition. The Positivity Stories blog really nails it, talking about feeling dejected after being fired.
Or a business just not taking off.
Yeah, or even like family disharmony. These are genuinely hard moments, no question.
Absolutely. But what's striking, reading across all these different sources, is this single, powerful core belief. Basically, whatever the condition that we are in currently, we always have the chance to get the things that we want in life.
Hmm. So moving from low to high is possible.
Not just possible, but it mostly depends on us, on how we get back up, how we pursue our dreams. And yeah, working hard comes up a lot.
Classic advice.
But it feels like it's more than just hours logged. It's about the quality, the consistency, that daily discipline, even when it's uncomfortable, shifting from inertia to actually moving.
Okay, so if you're listening and you feel like you're at that zero point, maybe feeling pretty dejected, how do you even start setting clear goals? Sounds like a huge leap from there.
That's a really good point. Because that initial spark, it's everything. And both the Hub trial tips and that Reddit story, they zero in on this as the first step.
Define success for yourself.
Define it for you. And crucially, cultivate that strong belief you can actually get there. The Reddit author talks about being brutally honest.
About where they start.
Yeah, believing they were, like, middling to below average intelligence, started with zero skills. That's quite the admission.
Wow.
But they held on to this belief. If you tried hard enough, you can become any kind of person. That raw honesty, combined with that conviction, that's the foundation.
So the actions are pretty concrete then. Write down goals, vision boards.
Exactly. Short-term, long-term goals.
Hmm.
Visualizing success daily. Imagining the steps. It's about making that abstract future feel more real, more tangible.
Okay, so you've envisioned the destination. What's next? It seems less about immediate outward action and more about building the foundation, fortifying yourself.
That's a great way to put it. Building your foundation for flight. And Positivity Stories really stresses this need for strong determination to keep going.
And getting out of a negative mindset. That sounds key.
It's critical. And this is where that Reddit story gives such direct, almost blunt advice.
Which is,
Get rid of your current negative influences in your life. Period.
wow, okay, that's direct.
And it's not just, negative people. It's also the media you consume,
Yeah.
like negative message boards online.
Oh,
The author warns, pretty strongly actually, that daily exposure to negative comments and thoughts will affect how you view the world. It's amazing how much that stuff seeps in.
so you need to consciously manage your inputs.
Definitely. And the flip side is actively listen to people that you aspire to be like. Podcasts, biographies, whatever works for you. Curate that mental diet.
Makes sense. But the Reddit user also throws in some warnings, right? Some reality checks.
Oh, yeah. Very practical stuff like do not fall for get-rich-quick scammers if it sounds too good to be true.
It probably is.
Exactly. They are 100% lying.
Mm.
And also, a really insightful point, money shouldn't be your end goal, even though society often frames it that way.
Mm. That leads into how you choose those goals, especially starting from zero. The Reddit story mentions something called the Goldilocks zone.
Yes. I love this concept. It's so tempting, isn't it, when you're all fired up to set these insanely hard
Go
goals?
big or go home, right?
But that often just leads to quick defeat, demoralizing.
So the Goldilocks zone is...
Choose goals that are not too easy, not too hard, but just right. Challenging, but achievable with effort.
Okay, can you give an example?
Well, the author contrasts aiming to be the, quote, best ballet dancer in the world, incredibly high competition, maybe unrealistic for most,
Right.
versus aiming to be a great marketer in a niche space. Still requires skill and effort, but the competition is less fierce.
So it's strategic.
Very strategic. They explicitly say they would not have been able to be as successful if I didn't pick a niche that didn't have much competition. Find that less crowded field.
It's about finding that sweet spot. Challenged, but not completely overwhelmed.
Exactly. It increases your chances of making steady progress, which keeps you motivated. It's just a really pragmatic way to set goals when you're building from the ground up.
Okay, so we have the mindset, the environment, the right kind of goals. Now, how do you actually, translate intent into progress?
Action. It all comes down to action. Positivity Stories puts it plainly. The change will only occur if you do something for it.
Take relevant steps. Work hard, consistently.
And this fits perfectly with the Reddit stories 20% thinking, 80% action rule.
80% action. Wow.
Yeah, the author is adamant. Action triumphs everything. Their argument, and I think it's vital for anyone listening, is that you will learn 10x more from actually going out there and actually trying it out than just thinking about it.
So less analysis paralysis, more doing.
Precisely. Strategy matters, of course, but it's the execution, even if it's messy at first, that moves you forward and teaches you what really works.
And execution often means taking some risks, doesn't it?
It does. Hub Trial Academy's tips include take calculated risks.
Calculated, though, not reckless.
Right. Weigh the pros and cons, start small maybe, trust your gut, but
Right.
then you have to actually do it, take the leap.
Okay. And alongside action, learning seems to be a constant theme. Continuous learning and adapting.
Absolutely, across all sources. The 7 essential tips say never stop learning. Dedicate time daily. Take courses, read, network.
Positivity Story says, learn from your experience along the way.
Yeah, and the Reddit author's approach is fascinatingly granular. They talk about being willing to be critical of myself,
How so?
like actively studying how confident people talked and then practicing that in the mirror, or asking successful people how they thought through the problem so they could mimic the process.
That's very deliberate self-improvement, almost like reverse engineering success traits.
Kind of. It's proactive.
Yeah.
It highlights how important it is to embrace challenges, see failures not as dead ends, but as data points, learning opportunities.
Positivity Stories calls it, failure is the first step to success.
And the Reddit story backs that up with real experience, bombing interviews spectacularly. That sounds rough.
Definitely.
But they kept going, learned from it, and landed an internship anyway because of that persistence. Their takeaway is brilliant. A mistake is only a failure if you don't learn anything from it.
Never make the same mistake twice, and don't be afraid to take shots. I like that.
Me too. It also brings up how you work. The Reddit author says, work smart and hard.
Not just hard.
No, their
Uh,
point is, nobody's going to give you an award for spending 10 hours on something. Suffering doesn't bring you success. Being effective at something does.
So efficiency matters. And breaking down big problems.
Yeah, into smaller, manageable chunks. Keeps you moving, stops you from feeling overwhelmed.
Makes sense. So beyond your own effort and learning, what about the external supports? Relationships? Health?
Crucial. Supporting pillars, as you called them earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 essential tips are very clear. Success is often built on strong relationships.
Surround yourself with supportive people.
Supportive, inspiring people. Network. Find mentors. Be a team player. It's not just about solo effort.
And the Reddit story reflected that personally, too, overcoming isolation.
Yeah, they mentioned finding friends and a girlfriend later on. It shows that building connections is part of the journey, not separate from it.
What about physical well-being? The gym advice?
Ah, yes, the classic. Go to the gym. The author acknowledges it sounds like tired advice.
Because we hear it all the time.
We do. But they insist people repeat this point because it works. They personally gained a lot of confidence from getting fitter.
Calling it high ROI.
Yeah, higher ROI in 3 hours than going to the gym 3 times a week, an hour each.
Yeah.
Which sounds a bit hyperbolic maybe,
Yeah.
but the core point about confidence is strong.
It's interesting how exercise comes up so often in these stories. Why do you think that tired advice has such an impact beyond just looking better?
Well, there's the obvious stuff, right? Endorphins boost mood, reduces stress, helps you think clearer. That's huge.
Sure.
But I think it's also about discipline and resilience. Actually showing up, pushing yourself physically when you don't feel like it. That builds mental toughness.
Ah, so the act itself builds character.
Exactly. That self-discipline, that feeling of accomplishment, it spills over.
Hmm.
It reinforces that belief that you can do hard things, which fuels everything else.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, what about practical daily habits, tools?
The Reddit author mentions using a to-do list app. Especially helpful, they say, for short memory or attention span. Makes tasks feel more like a game.
Gamification.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And then there's that rather stark truth. You are what you do in your free time.
Oof. That one hits home.
It does. Cutting out unproductive stuff like too much gaming or TV literally frees up hours for things that move you towards your goals. It's about conscious choices with your leisure time.
And there was that cognitive concept, too, thinking slow and fast.
Yes, that was fascinating. Actively catching your fast brain, the instinctive one that jumps to fear or procrastination.
Your gut reaction.
Right. And then consciously engaging the slow, logical brain to make sure your actions actually align with your long-term goals.
Like overriding unhelpful impulses.
Exactly. It's about self-regulation. It's a powerful technique actually rooted in psych research, and the Hub Trial tips echo this with advice on positive attitude, gratitude, focusing on positives.
Surrounding yourself with positive influences again.
It all ties together.
Now, this all sounds very structured, but the journey isn't always smooth sailing, is it?
Not at all. It's crucial we acknowledge that. The Reddit author is very upfront. It's a lot of work, a gradual process of learning, failing, and trying over and over.
And even after success, it's not perfect.
No. They admit, life isn't all full of roses. I'm never truly fully happy, as there's always things I see lacking in myself. That's a really important dose of reality. Success isn't some magic endpoint.
That nuance feels critical. It also raises questions about balance, right? Dedication versus burnout.
Absolutely. And the Reddit author provides a good example. They work hard, clearly, but they still take Saturday off every week to relax.
Doing things not directly related to goals.
Yeah, and spending some time on social media or YouTube. It's not about 247 grinding.
Mhm.
The fulfillment comes from working on things I love, having a goal, and working really hard, but within a sustainable structure.
Now, if you actually read the comments on that Reddit post, it gets even more nuanced. Not everyone bought the story hook, line, and sinker.
Right, you always get that spectrum. Skepticism, people calling it generic rubbish, or suggesting LARP, live-action role-playing, or maybe nepotism played a role.
It shows that one person's blueprint doesn't fit all.
Definitely not. And there's a particularly valuable discussion around ADHD.
Oh, how did that come up?
Well, someone with severe ADHD shared how much they struggled with the author's strategies, like self-imposed deadlines. It sparked this whole debate about medication.
The original author was against it for themselves.
Yeah, due to addiction concerns. But others pushed back, arguing it's essential for many neurodivergent people. Someone made the point, there's no virtue in doing it unassisted, only struggle.
Wow. That really highlights the differences in individual challenges.
It powerfully illustrates that life is far from one size fits all. That generic just do it advice, it can fall flat or even be harmful for people facing different hurdles. We need empathy, varied approaches. It's about finding your path.
So, okay, as we wrap up this deep dive, let's quickly recap those core elements. It starts with belief, right?
The power of belief in yourself. Then setting smart, achievable goals.
Followed by that relentless need for consistent action.
And learning from every single failure. Not seeing it as an endpoint.
Plus the support systems, relationships, well-being.
And that ongoing self-awareness, understanding yourself.
Yeah, this whole exploration really hammers home that transformation is, it's deeply personal. It's an ongoing thing.
It really is. Like the Reddit author said, if you keep at it and your goal isn't impossibly hard, I truly believe anyone can achieve anything they put their mind to. That belief is powerful.
So thinking about all this, if success really is unique for each of us, and it's this constant journey of self-achievement, maybe the question for you listening is, what's one small, consistent action you can take this week? Something to redefine your current zero into your next hero moment.
Understanding that the real fulfillment, maybe, isn't hitting some final destination.
But it's in that relentless, imperfect pursuit of growth itself.
Exactly, that ongoing journey.